CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady with us now with more developments on the economic front. Kelly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy Monday. Let's get to it. We've just heard the US and the EU agree to a framework deal, which they're touting as successful. But if we really look into the details, do we have a reason to celebrate just yet?
Well, if you are the American energy industry, definitely, because there is an agreement that the EU will invest $750 billion, or rather buy $750 billion worth of American energy. So think oil, gas, that's a big win. Other sectors that are a big win is if the EU opens up its trade to U.S. companies with zero tariff. And there are specific areas where we do know that that's going to happen. The details haven't been released, but we do know some agricultural areas will be able to sell into the EU more easily. So those are wins. That being said, if you're the auto industry, right, you're going to see a 15% tariff. If you're U.S. consumers, that tariff that sits at 10% is now going to be 15%. That's going to be hard for companies to absorb without passing at least some of it on to the consumer. And I think that's why you're seeing in the markets just kind of pretty much nothing. Yesterday, when I heard this and sort of all of the excitement from both sides, I would have expected the markets to be very much up, but you can see the Dow is pretty much flat right now.
That's interesting because you could also say that, hey, 15% tariff level is better than 30%.
That is
true. It's almost like glass half empty, half full kind of question. And we do have talks between the US and China in Stockholm ahead of an August 12th deadline. So if the markets are effectively shrugging this off at this point, what does this tell us about the president's tariff threat strategy? Has it kind of weakened now that people realize at the end of the day, the U.S. will make some type of agreement where the devil will be in the details? Not to panic?
Well, you know, with this particular framework with the EU, I actually think that the U.S., from what we know, is coming out on the better end of things in terms of the investment. I also know a lot of European countries weren't necessarily happy with it. Remember, you got 27 nations, you got 27 different interests and industries that they focus on. China's really going to be the big one, though, and we do see that deadline keep getting pushed out. I was just listening to U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer. He was on CNBC talking, saying that there's probably not going to be a lot of movement. It's going to be more monitoring this time around. So with that one particularly, I think investors are just sort of watching and waiting.
Yeah. All right. Positive development that we have a framework with the largest trading partner of the U.S. at the very least. Kelly, matching the colors of the Dow Day on the Dow Jones. Great to see you.